Music, please.
Sound, everyone. And today I'm going to teach you one of my favourite all-time tunes, which is Karma Police by Radiohead, from the absolutely fantastic album OK Computer. This is not too difficult. There's just lots of bits to learn and lots of little fills, and there are some rather fiddly bits, but I'll get you through them all. This is kind of my sort of simplified version, so we'll take it from there. So let's crack on with it. So starts off on an A minor, and then it's to this, which is an F sharp over A minor, and when this, just try and play that top string, that top E string. So, and then it's to an E minor, so it'll be. This little fill, which is F sharp, which would be second fret of the E string of your opening, second fret of your E string, and third fret of your E string. That's it. And then you sort of you turn that walk into a G chord. Then it's back to your A minor. Then it goes to a full F bar chord. Now, if you watch Tom York play this, he actually plays it like this, where it's kind of use your thumb for that top note. You know, it's like a Hendrix style sort of chord. But it doesn't matter what way you play it. I played it like this for years, and only now that I've only just started to get this thumb thing okay-ish. So, but it does help because it just means when you go. It's only, especially if you're singing, it just kind of, having to take all, it's a bit of an awkward change, if I'm honest, to that full bar chord. So yeah, I recommend trying it, but whatever way works for you. So it goes from the A minor to the F, back to E minor, that same walk, which is the second, third of the E string, to the G chord. It goes from A minor to D, then you take these two fingers off and put your pinky on the third fret of the high E string, and then you have to play this bass, like this walking bass line. So it'd be. Now this is quite a tricky bit, but don't worry, this is one of my favourite bits of the whole tune. So when you play that D, take these two fingers off, put your pinky down, then use your index or your swearing finger to do third fret of the E string, second fret of the E string. Then you have to go to a regular open C, to take all your fingers off, then to a regular open C, and then you do this walking bass, which is third of the A string, second of the A string, and you land on your A minor. So all together it sounds like this. And then once you've done your A minor, there's just that, take your pinky, third fret on your B string. Just add that in. You don't have to, but yeah. And then goes to a B minor, to your regular open D. Right, so that was a bit of a mouthful, so I'm going to go through the whole intro for you and sort of try and play it a little bit slowly for you and try and explain as I go. So it goes A minor, add in that F sharp note, and then E minor. minor, that walking bass line to the G chord, A minor again, F, or play it like this, E minor, walking bass line to G, A minor again, to your D, remember take those off, walking bass line to your C, walking bass line, land at your A minor, add your little pinky riff, and then B minor to your D, and then just repeat that. Times, and then you'll be into the chorus. So for the chorus you want a regular open C, so your regular open C, there's that little riff which is second fret of the A string, then open A, so then you land on a D. So, and I'll explain the picking later. And then it goes to a G. Now Tom York plays this like a regular G, but there's two ways you can do it. You can either do it bar chord or completely open. Completely up to you basically. I think playing the bar chord's easier because you land then on an F sharp. So I'll show you from the D, whereas the other way would be like this. So completely up to you. I do prefer the full G chord. It's just a bit more fun to play. So sorry, yeah. So it goes C to D. Play this 3 times. And then you land on a C, B minor, to D. Then that's it, and then you're back to your fantastic. There's a little bit at the end which I assume is called the bridge, but actually might be something completely different. But yes, it's just very simple. It's a B minor to D. Now this actually is a little bit tricky. Just take that finger off, so take your swearing finger off and use it to play the top G note. Then to a regular open E. So B minor, D, take that, so take that finger off and use it to play the 3rd fret of the E string. And you just alternate between the two. Then you land on that E at the end. Play that all the way to the end of the tune. So then everyone, welcome to the right hand close-up. Now I've been trying to work out how I can teach you this one. It's fairly tricky, but this is the easiest way to think about it. Just you do 2 sort of hits on the top of the chord and then you hit the full chord, so like that. And then it's a little down up after, so and on that last bit you sort of pluck a few bits and just play the full chord. But the main feel of the whole tune is this down, down, this triple, these 3 down hits sort of feel. So remember, it's hit the top of the chord and then the full chord, and then it's that little down up after. If you get what I mean. And it works for quite a lot of the tunes, same as this bridge bit. Apart from that last bit where you hit the E, where you just hit it a few times up and down. That's kind of the feel for the whole tune. There are little bits, obviously, where you do these sort of riffs, but I just usually do all downstrokes, if that helps. Now, when you go to the chorus, you play the full. You sort of play the full chord, pluck your little riff. So you play the full chord, then hit just the top bit of the chord. Play your little riff. Then it's kind of, you pluck to the next chord and then hit the full chord. So let me play that for you again. It's a little bit tricky, so I'll see if I can explain it for you again. So you go full chord, full chord, hit, little riff, pluck, full chord. So when you go to the G and the F sharp, you just play the first 2 notes and then the rest. And in between you can add a little down up again. And that's kind of all the bits you need to know. It will take a little bit of your own intuition and your own improvising, but just as long as you keep that feel, it will all sound correct. So yeah, hope that helps, and just have a bit of an experiment. So see you back at the normal view. So everyone, hope that was some help. This is a very, very tricky one, so keep at it, and I promise after you've sort of got familiar with it, it's actually a really, really fun one to play, and it's one of those you can actually, you know, I'll be amazed if anyone can sing it. I've tried and it's absolutely impossible. But yeah, an absolute cracker. So I hope that was some help. Just take care of each other, keep practicing, and keep those requests coming, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!